Long before the red studio lights flickered on and the quiet countdown echoed through the control room, Craig Melvin would often sit alone at the small desk in his dressing room, hands folded, breathing slowly, practicing the calm composure millions of viewers expected from him each morning. To the audience, he was the steady voice on television, the reassuring presence who could deliver heartbreaking headlines and hopeful stories with equal grace. But behind that polished calm lived a private world that few people ever saw. In recent years, Craig had come to understand something that many people in their 60s and beyond recognize deeply. Life does not pause simply because the cameras are rolling. Loss, worry, and reflection move quietly through the background of ordinary days. There had been moments, private, heavy moments, when the weight of personal grief pressed against the professional mask he wore so carefully. Some mornings, as he read through scripts filled with stories of tragedy or resilience, memories from his own life would rise unexpectedly, reminding him that every headline carried a human heartbeat behind it. Craig had learned that composure in public often required quiet courage in private. At home, the rhythm was different. His wife, Lindsay Zarniak, understood that rhythm better than anyone. Lindsay had spent years in front of cameras herself, reporting from loud stadiums and chaotic sidelines, learning the strange emotional balance that public-facing work demands. She knew that the calm viewers admired on television was not always effortless. Sometimes it was something built carefully each morning, like a bridge over difficult feelings. On evenings when Craig returned home a little quieter than usual, Lindsay didn't ask too many questions right away. Instead, she would pour 2 cups of tea, sit beside him, and let the silence speak first. Those quiet moments became their shared ritual, a place where the pressure of public life softened and where Craig could finally set down the invisible armor he carried through the day. For viewers in their later years of life, the idea would feel familiar. The understanding that strength does not mean never feeling pain, but rather learning how to carry it with dignity. Craig often reflected on how strange his profession could be. Each morning he spoke to millions of people he would never meet, yet some of the most important emotional work happened far from the camera's gaze. On difficult days, he reminded himself why he began this journey in journalism: to tell stories honestly, to honor the lives behind the headlines, and to offer viewers a sense that someone steady was guiding them through the noise of the world. That purpose helped him steady his voice even when emotions stirred beneath the surface. Lindsay played a quiet but powerful role in that steadiness. She had a gift for perspective, often reminding Craig that the viewers watching at home were carrying their own hidden stories of loss, love, and endurance. "You're not just reading the news," she once told him gently during a late-night conversation in their living room. "You're helping people feel less alone in it." Those words stayed with him. They reshaped how he approached each broadcast, not simply as a professional responsibility, but as a kind of quiet service. Over time, Craig discovered that acknowledging grief privately made his public composure more genuine rather than less. The viewers who watched him each morning might not know the details of his personal reflections, but they could sense the sincerity in his voice. It was the voice of someone who understood that life's most meaningful chapters often include both sorrow and gratitude. In many ways, Craig and Lindsay had built their marriage around that understanding. They had learned to celebrate ordinary evenings, long conversations, and simple laughter because they knew how fragile time could be. For audiences in their 60s, this rhythm of appreciation, finding comfort in small moments, felt deeply relatable. It echoed the quiet wisdom that comes from decades of living, that composure is not the absence of emotion, but the graceful way we carry it forward. As another early morning approached and the studio lights warmed the room again, Craig adjusted his notes and prepared to step onto the set. The familiar countdown began. 5, 4, 3. Just before the broadcast started, he paused for a second, remembering the quiet strength waiting for him at home and the countless viewers who trusted him to guide them through another day's stories. Then the red light turned on. His voice was steady, warm, and calm, just as the audience expected. What they saw was professionalism. What they didn't see was the deeper truth behind it, a man who had learned that true composure is built not by hiding grief, but by honoring it, sharing its lessons quietly with the world, and returning each morning with the courage to speak again.